All right, good morning, everybody. If you're just hopping on here on YouTube, a couple announcements here. I'm going to be doing another PotterBox workshop, probably within the month. So if you're looking to sign up, now's the time. Uh, Other than that, the PotterBox, or excuse me, the yearly membership, I think, is still also discounted. But other than that, I hope you guys have had a good night's rest. I am definitely at the end of the week when it comes to mental capacity. So, all right, let's see here. All right, what's up, everybody? Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. There's a flash screen on the bottom part of it anymore. What up? What up? Oh, shit, this Potter Glocks. Okay. One second. All right. Live everywhere. What is up? Tired this morning, man. I actually, I don't know, maybe decent bedtime, but oh yeah. All right. Well, let's not delay here. If you guys are bright and early here, go ahead and drop your request. What the hell? Yeah, whatever you guys are looking at here this morning. Obviously looking at Elf holding that $95 high here, but that's probably gonna come back. Uh that one has a 6114 target. Thanks. Yeah, I saw this one actually gap up, which, funny enough, it's empty space, but yeah, that's what I'd be looking at, maybe a 5480 88 retest, but that's interesting. That is actually interesting. That's what I see. That's the weekly, however. Yeah, so you're looking at 59.79, trying to clear that, fill up that empty space. Oh, excuse me. Oh, QQQ. Starting to wonder if I was right. Man, you know what though? I could walk away from this shit. I could walk away right now. I could walk away right now. Right now. I mean, you do got the tension, so that's good. You don't have the empty space other than 624 and the channel. So I mean, yeah, it does look like maybe a lower time frame move could definitely occur. I'm probably here, guys. My wealth, my net has increased the last 2 weeks exponentially. So I just didn't really see anything that kind of like caught my eye at the moment. So I'm kind of laid back here on this Friday as we go into the weekend because obviously if I see a trade, if it looks great, I'm gonna take it. I like the 1 2 3s, 1 2s on the Q's consolidation right now, so that tension's likely going to break. Oh, good morning. What's up, man? I saw your videos, dude. I'm not usually a fan. I just saw you for the first time the other day. Not usually a big fan of other like trade. I don't seek out followings of other traders. I think I like your page, man. You about that action. You like to say something. If you see something, you say something. I respect that, man, because I'm the same way. Lost 3 profiles doing it. 4 profiles, sorry. Potter, I'm thinking about loading an account and just play IWM all year. That's not a bad idea, dude. I'm actually was just talking about people doing a little thing, for like a week or two, just on a small account. That listen, I you could probably trade that 3 days out of a week or 2 days out of a week and still have it pay off pretty well. Good morning, Queenie. What's going on? All right. Um, I don't think I was gonna look for a trade today either. Yeah, man, it's no way. They flagged your It's part of the game, man. Got to chalk it up to the game for sure, dude. Because I get the same warnings, man, all the time. This is new, actually. The profile I'm speaking from, because the last one, man, I trashed it. I don't get mad at it because it's just the nature of the beast, dude. It is annoying though. Yo, let's go, dude. Beck listening to some Bjork this morning. That's gangster. Um, Yeah, let's see what else do we got here. mRNA down. Listen, every time I think about therapeutics, I just think about that Abbott trade I missed. I had a moment, dude. I felt like I was weeping a long lost friend or something, dude. It was sad. Should have seen me. Okay, so those points of contact aren't coming off the exact same mark, which I have a problem. Oh, no, 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 no. Tap, tap. Okay, so you needed to hold on to this floor, so mRNA actually could be a good short. Yeah, I actually see a retest of 48.50. I think that's common sense right there. So that's not bad. It's a good setup. Meta on earnings? I think so. What was my thought process? Think Mr. Krabs. Money, money, money. I'm just kidding. My thought process was I just wanted to make sure that I had a great stop loss. That was the first thing that I wanted out of this setup was I wanted to be able to set a really good stop loss, and I almost got stopped out once. Actually, I did get stopped out once, and I re-entered the same trade. Um, and so my thought process was really just looking at the empty space beyond that, seeing how much meta had fallen against the market while the market held itself up, or some things actually ripped. So I figured when it does hit, especially if it gaps down like AMD does, I'll take the gap fill, but that could initialize or start that squeeze to the upside. I was right. Um, Carla, so for earnings on Meta, it does have a very interesting setup. Yesterday I called and still am calling for a retest of potentially 640. If we hold that going into earnings, then of course it is possible to see 690.87. I think if you get there, you get here, which is basically 698, and of course with the empty space all the way up to 750. I'm not gonna go that far, but I could again from here. Just look at right around here. So it could have some decent potential here for sure. Definitely something that needs to be hedged. That's a good question, Queenie. If you have any more questions like that, I'll try to elaborate a little bit deeper. Now you let me put a push to start. Jorge, what we listening to today, dude?
Oh, shit, you heard that? That's my bad.
I didn't hear
I
anything,
thought,
nah, but that's crazy. I made you feel
you
that
know,
way.
you put on some desert vibes, bro.
You want the desert vibes? It feels like a
Catch a
desert vibe. Catch
little
it.
7 a.m. desert vibe.
All right.
What what's I guess the empty space you're saying on the queues, but you don't see that
I'm being
floor
lazy,
break?
dude. I'm being lazy. Don't. I'm. Money has changed me, dude. Just this week alone. And I'm just kidding. It is.
612?
I mean, it does have. Listen, the reason that I am avoiding this, and we'll see how this plays out. If it dips down real hard, then that could play out really well in my favor because then I could play it up to that. But you have a tiny little bit of empty space up, right? And that's going to be over 622, 624 up into this space. And then at the same breath, we also have a leg down to 616, but I don't expect for Friday price action to allow us to hold weekly contracts to flush through that. So it might be difficult if this thing decides to go quick. Listen close. If this goes down fast, I suspect it bounces and retests quickly, killing contracts. It's Friday after a pretty volatile week, right? A lot of ups, a lot of downs. Um, so just as a word of caution here, pay attention to how price action moves. If there is a straightforward break, yeah, I think over that 621 or obviously the 622.11, you could shoot your shot up into that mark there. So um morning, G. Is your family safe slash prepared for the storm incoming? Yes, it is. I got my gun so I could shoot at the ice. Oh, that sounded politically fueled, actually. There's an ice storm coming. It's making it worse. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I swear to God. I was really talking about ice. Because we got an ice storm on Sunday or something like that. Issue will probably wipe our power out. Yeah, I'm flagged now. They got me. All right, what else are we looking at here? Yeah, it is coffee time. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, let's see here. Yeah, right. Team. I had a good balance yesterday. I think one of the first levels. Oh shit! It gapped up to it. No, it didn't. I'm tripping balls. I mean, you've got the right momentum. And I think what you would do is on the 4 hour, look at 130, 150. These little, I'm gonna call them like they're less boxes. They're more like little nodes. I mean, I don't know how else to describe them, but it's 132, 33 would be the median here. So right now, right, you have that previous high to go and break to get there because of the empty space underneath you, and you should be prepared for this when you don't build very strong. If you are unable to do that, or if you wick up and fail, then I would be looking at a 123.93 retest. But y'all got to tap the screen because this is sauce every single morning. That's right. The breakfast burritos get sauced up. I'm actually starting a new account. Will only trade IWM this year. I like that. Sounds like the move. I actually I got a my father-in-law is not happy with me. Um because I have not been trading his account. I told him about Celsius and didn't get him into that like I could have. It's hard, man, managing more than one account. I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. That shit's tough. I put some 5350 TQQ puts for Friday. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so dock you up. Okay, so no structure here, but and it definitely likes to base before it breaks. So looking for the overhead resistance here. I don't know if I see. Okay, so that's going to be your overhead resistance. Oh, I mean, that's pretty damn close. Usually when I'm off like that, I suspect it's me. I'll double check it on the 4, but I see a body and a candle wick right there. Um, so I mean, the obvious diagnosis here is that, right, which is $61, and there's a great potential for that to occur. I think that in this price action, we should find some sort of structure. We do. And so one is going to assume that above your pre-market highs, the first resistance is 59.32 and then 60.83. So I think be on the lower time frame. You got a great little box here. You do have good empty space, so you just need to either A, retest that 57.24 and make your way up to that 59.70. So your name is deeply offending. Holy shit. That man's name is Chicken Ski. It's not offending. It's just alarming. Okay. So yesterday I spoke on a potential retest. Now we can't call it a retest yet because, and while we are starting to lose things this morning, it is below that wick at 686.91 that we could start to see on the 24-hour, right? On the 4-hour, that shifts ever so slightly and it's 685.50, right? But you are, and actually, it's not bad. It's not bad. The first move that I see here today, guys, is a pop up to that cost basis. If we go down first and retest, then that does this, and we maybe get that towards the end of the day. So, I mean, this is because, listen, when I see a box like this, I don't stress because I know that it's just one or the other, right? I just need to react accordingly. And obviously what the targets are above. This one has a decent little target here to go finish filling that empty space, but yeah, it does have a retest of 684.86. And once that's lost, there is empty space down there. That's what I'm focused on. Remember this, guys. Empty space. I got $60. What can I trade? Dust dollar. I would trade IWM if I only had $60 straight up. Not the greatest setup here this morning, but underneath your lows, 680, 286.62, you could look for a retest of 267. Song makes me feel like I'm in a drum circle again, dude. Yesterday, you guys didn't hear it, but there was a song that came on. It was like a 13-year-old freestyling. AO put it on my watch later videos. I popped them on my playlist. Had to go talk to him about that one. I said, don't mess up my watch list, buddy. Let's see here. I'm down with it. Hell yeah. That makes me feel like I'm gonna swindle some cash out of a market maker. But yeah, IWM risk to reward wise is probably one of your best bets. Setup wise, yeah, yeah. All right, Rigatti, yeah, we'll look at it again. So it's kind of pushing back from cost basis, which buys us more time. The candle is opening up in range and not distinctively outside of any sort of wicks or control. So we're still in a read and react scenario. As far as today is concerned, it is essential that we hold 2380 if we retrace, which we could. Other than that, if we hold and show strength, I'll probably go ahead and look to climb into something sweet. It's interesting, man. I really am interested in this one now, and I know some of you guys are probably over this, but I ain't. Um, yeah, I still see this one. The first green candle to your left on the 2 and the 4. That is going to be your first need to reclaim. That's right there at 25.91. If that's reclaimed, you have a great empty space play for a potential retest of 26.71. That green candle coming off the bottom, 1 2 1 2 3, could offer the potential to shoot up and out into that empty space. But oh, gee, hope all is well, Potter. Real. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate you, man. Did you make the zones or does the platform provide them for you? I make the zones. The boxes are and the middle line are actually my little thing, so I'm claiming it. I was first. Yeah, Scuba Steve. It's got news pending as well. So I mean, it's one of those setups that could shoot out at a moment. I mean, at any moment, this thing could shoot up and out. Downside, I do not like it. And I am sure you guys could probably understand why. I have no interest in trading it down, but I do have interest on trading it up if it decides to go that way. So, well, if it triggers, I think that you should, because of the speculation behind it, I think you should probably have a month on you. If you're looking for all of it, you gotta look monthly. So SMCI. Okay, yeah. So look, dude, look at my price target. Now that's money, dude. That's money, dude. Yeah. So when you hit a target, right? What's the first question that we ask ourselves? What is above and what is below, right? You don't really, you got some structure below. This is good to create a safety plan. So obviously we're holding above 32.32, or things could get hairy. You do not have empty space above you, but you do have the 50% mark. I would say just being a little bit more adherent to the hourly, you're going to need to see that $34 mark broken. But you need momentum for sure. So hopefully SMCI and the chips have it. AMSC is also one that looking to see whether or not it wants to go for its break today. I liked how it closed yesterday, but it was at the wicks with no empty space directly in front of it. It's mostly structure. So we're just still in need of getting on that floor. Somebody last night goes, "You spit a lot. You chew." Like, damn, dude. CRM upside. If I already did it, let me know. I could go back. What did you comment? Oh, I have not. I'll take a look at it, guys. I got requests coming in from three different places. So your old cost basis is rejected, right? So now again, the same question is always going to arise: what is above and what is below? The first red candle is over here to your left. I'm going to assume that's level. It is. So 2689 is a retest level. If not, that could serve as a breakdown level for a trip to 225.35. You do have a uptrend channel starting to build here. I would look at that as a guide. So I mean, you definitely, yeah, you know what? You got a little move up into that 233.25 over your highs right there, 229.86. So I mean, it's not a bad little setup if it can hold itself up. Yeah, not bad. All right, it is 8:30. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on, I'll be right back. Tap your screens if you guys can if you're on TikTok. Saying goodbye to my daughter real quick. Hold on. Okay, okay. See you or see you afternoon. All right. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Knock out a few more of these requests, and then we're gonna get started. Morning prep. Yeah, Tesla hasn't really changed much. It did need to break over that 252 to reach the top, which I have marked out, close to 264, but is also, given empty space up above. So definitely an interesting setup. We're gonna move down here. So I'm gonna go to the hourly, do like surgery here. Okay. What is above and what is below? Okay, so Tesla has a potential retest this morning off of this rejection down here at 443.50. That is my first, and I would be hopeful to see a bounce at that point where you have a box above, and that's going to be what gets you up and out. So protect that empty space. If you can't, then maybe look at a little bit of a longer retest. So, all right. It is 8:35, so it's a perfect time to kind of start the stream for real. And then we'll continue taking your guys' request and whatnot. Again, I'm gonna go over just some news to give you guys kind of or some headlines overnight, just to give you guys an idea of the climate that we're trading in today. So for Friday, January 23rd, top news right now: Intel struggles to meet AI demand data demand center shares drop. Clearly, seeing that fall last night, we saw that rejection off of 55. It hasn't lost anything yet, but that one did apparently send those shares flying down. Citigroup to lay off more employees in March. Amazon plans thousands more corporate job cuts next week. Elon Musk Starlink. Actually, that's not even worth talking about. CEO Diamond's 2025 pay raises to 43 million after a strong year. Love that. Like a $43 million salary. Uh, Before the bell, U.S. stock futures slipped, putting the S&P and the Nasdaq on track for a second consecutive weekly decline as Intel shares tumble after a disappointing forecast, while lingering geopolitical tensions weigh on sentiment. Um, European shares also fell today, posed to break their longest winning streak since May, as investors assess the impact of renewed trade tensions involving Greenland. In Japan, the Nikkei extended its gains after the Bank of Japan left interest rates unchanged as widely expected. However, more hawkish policy outlook from the central bank pushed short-term government bond yields to their highest level in 3 decades. The yen also strengthened suddenly after sliding past 159 per dollar towards the 18-month low, fueling speculation that authorities may have conducted a rate check ahead of possible intervention. The dollar index, however, was little changed because against its major peers. Chinese stocks were mixed and ended the week roughly flat. Tighter, regulatory curbs on speculative trading tempered risk appetite. I love that. In commodities, oil prices rebound after U.S. President Donald Trump renewed threats against major Middle Eastern producer Iran, raising concerns over potential supply disruptions. Gold prices edged lower after briefly touching another record high as investors book profits. Additionally, investors await the S&P Global Business Activity Surveys for January and the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment, obviously happening. Federal Reserve is widely expected to hold interest rates in the 3.5% to 3.75% range after a policy meeting next week. The upcoming reporting week could also shift attention to the outlook for U.S. corporate profits. 1/5 of the S&P is due to report quarterly earnings, so lots of money coming in. Uh, tra- Trapping everyone above on mega earnings slot. Wait, what? Oh, the earnings trades from yesterday. Yeah, they were hot dog water. All right, so again, taking a look here at the QQQ opening up this morning. Yesterday, my question for the market, and I did not swing anything because there was no setup. And I think I was pretty on the money with that because what is above, what is below? Where's the setup? There was none, so I did not move. The candle is opened up in range, but red, building a structure trying to preserve its floor, right? And that is the current diagnosis on the Qs. Now, on the hourly, we've discussed this already. There is empty space up to 624. So if you're a scalper, day trader, maybe you could be looking over 622 to hit that target, maybe a little extra. On the downside, we have a 618 floor. It is a tight area of consolidation. I would just remind everybody that a quick, fast retest could definitely lead to a quick, fast reversal, and that would just displace everybody. So I expect for trading to be fast or to be a little tougher potentially if we do stay within those ranges. All right. So that is Qs for right now. There is empty space below. Obviously, the tension is being held up above, so I wait for the next signal. SPY is also in the same boat with a little bit of extra lenience up above, but it did fill its empty space, just leaving behind a fraction at 691.50. So that becomes a real possibility in the same scenario that the Qs have. The only difference is they are trying desperately to hold their floor. As far as today goes as well, you could be looking at these channels to come into play. So I am looking at a potential retest of 684.78, maybe a little bit extra. And that again could lead to the same scenario as the Qs, but typically whichever one happens first, you can expect the opposite afterwards. So the beautiful thing about being inside of an area of consolidation is you do not have to know, you just have to react and know what's above and what's below. Oh, Wyan Locker, I bet that, yeah, you got a great average. All right, and last one is IWM. And this one does have a couple of trade opportunities today on the 30-minute time frame, right? Might be, yeah, hourly time frame, but mostly I think a 30-minute time frame. Here's what I see this morning for day trading opportunities. I cannot speak on any sort of swing trading opportunities right now because there is none. We do have a box this morning that separates us from a retest of the highs at 270. That happens more than likely over 269.77. So Potter doesn't do signal. Man, if you're listening, I literally am telling you what you could be doing and setting up trades for you that you can go and double check that you like. But anyway, that would be the first and clearest trade upon a reversal. Clearly, this morning we were sitting on that pre-market low, or that open, excuse me. And if that was by chance not able to be recovered, we could be looking at a gap fill down. So pretty interesting setup here for the ETFs. Again, I just want to mention, especially if you guys are just tuning in here, this week has been incredible. I am slowing down. I am waiting because the same things that made me all this money on the Qs and all of those setups, Meta, etc., those all had clear setups, and those are starting to dissipate a little bit. So, oh, I have silver. I have silver and gold. I've for the last 3 years, I've been buying Wyoming goldbacks instead of just gold, like bars or little things like that, but buying goldbacks. I think that fuck copper, fuck silver. Start mining uranium. That's the next wave, dude. I'm telling you. Listen, go out there, bring your Geiger counter, and get to picking. All right. All right. Yeah, I've been holding UUU. I feel like since before we were all born. It's been a long time, years. Booking my trip to Chernobyl now. You get that melted uranium. There you go. Man, it's sunning us right now. That's funny. Um, Meta. So it's not like I don't know what I'm expecting a retest on Meta around 639.41. However, after touching all of this volume up here and having empty space underneath us, I'm watching to see if we will get that bounce or how that will respond. If it responds well, we could build here and we could be looking at a punchback going into next week into all that empty space fueled by earnings. So it's not like I definitely am knowledgeable or know what we're dealing with now. However, we had a signal, now we don't. So we're waiting for the next signal. Maverick, dude, I still make so much, even with capital gains. Yeah, trust me, I wouldn't still wouldn't trade it for the world, dude. A 1,500% over since 2000, dude. I got a 2,100% return yesterday. The day before that, 1,800% return on an option. So I mean, like, I get it. I know what you're talking about. I buy precious metals, but I'm not gonna stop doing what I do because that is happening. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep making money all the time. All right. Yeah. So if you, all right, I didn't mean it like that. If you have anything you would like for me to take a look at, please drop your requests now. If you have any exploding trees in your area, please send me a video. I want to see it. All right. Let's take a look at coin. Yeah, coin's still hot dog water. It did not respond to that floor. It is just sitting there. This is one of those levels that I'm expecting to lose. If we do not respond, if it does lose, then I expect 210, right? So Yeah, actually, just to give you an idea, again, these are the type of percentages that we are returning on average. So very impressive. Look at that right there. Ugh, disgusting. All right, what else do we got here? Yeah, please drop your request. I did Tesla team. I did that one. F it. Oh my God, what the hell? Fortnite? Fortnite? I know that's not what it's called. Uh, it looks like this is. So your next target is 8370.78. That does have empty space all the way to the top. So I would be, yeah, looking for that top to get hit over that mark. So you're off to a good start. You got a good floor underneath you at 8107. So Lulu, Lulu is still holding in between where it needs to go and where it needs to hold. So we're in limbo right now in between the two of them. You could trade it potentially up to that floor, but the price action just is pretty rocky. And he did go for a retest yesterday. So I'm curious if we're going to fill the gap at 189.90 and continue falling down, where I have a price target of 172.30, where I think that Lulu will consolidate and set us up for a pretty massive ripperoni to the upside. So, all right. Adobe up. No, my Discord is not free. This is free. This is free. And this could be all you need. So, that, my YouTube videos. I do have a free Discord, but it's a waiting room. Okay, so Adobe on the 4 hour has a structure here, and it has empty space beyond that. So there is definitely opportunities here to make a bag. I like this a lot. You do have a floor here at 310. So the next, and again, you do not know how this is going to respond, but you know what needs to happen. We need to push through this structure and move into that 310 to get this started. If not, it's a perfect setup for a box. Yeah, and also if you're new and watching me, I am here to help create independent traders. So if you join my Discord, I'm helping you do that. If you are just trying to get signals out of me without putting in any work, I know that you're going to fail, and it's not a worthwhile investment for either one of us because I don't want to fuel the failure and I don't want to watch either. So if you're not going to listen, why inbounds? Lord have mercy. This? Damn. All right. This is a bounce level for sure. I don't think I've fucking ever charted this. Yes. Yeah, it is. Properly defined like that. It's not a box. So you have the floor to save you, and that's it. Visions, if you just get the workshop, that's how you join the class. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to be probably within the month starting another workshop. It went really, really well last year, so and there's a lot of people who are learning right now, so I feel like since last year went well, we'll run it back. Um, yeah, 305. If you've already taken it, then it's whatever you want. But all right, Oracle team has a lot of short interests. Yeah, I'm always interested if they have a lot of that. So Oracle still has a target dead at the downside at 166. Can't seem to recover its floor. Any upside will likely occur above 180. You can see that on their chart. So today the question is, do we find our floor in this here and bounce and get up into that gap? Or does this continue moving lower? I don't have the answers to that question quite yet because the trigger has not fired. You, however, do have a clean box directly up above you. So if we do not see sellers do their job, you might see buyers do theirs and send this up. So yeah, of all the things that I have, the workshop is the most important. All right, so Oracle, I did that one, Jesus, CRM. So you're almost there. You're almost there. You got a lot of empty space directly up above you. Definitely the will to get it done. But first, there's a couple of steps that need to happen and major floors that we can mark out. One of them is, or two of them are actually directly in front of us. One being at the 233.60 mark, and obviously the one that you're sitting at this present moment. So I think, again, the question, like a lot of stocks that we're looking at here today, is are we building or are we going to go and tap up at that 233? And again, we're going to be able to measure that by what's directly in front of you, right? So I would be looking for a break through that range outside of 229.86 to get up into here and start this moving in the right direction. So what do I trade? I trade options, Noah. I trade options, low risk, high reward options for high percentages. Good for growing capital. What's my range on SPY today? It's basically between 692 and 684. I'm not really planning on trading any of the ETFs today. Maybe IWM if it whips up and then dies, but Noah, what stocks? Whatever stock has my setup, man. I have a specific setup that I'm looking at on whatever stock. It does not matter as long as the cost of the contracts are palpable. Then I will take that trade. There's a couple of setups that we're looking at right now, like AMSE, that basically rival some of the other setups, or basically look exactly like some of the other setups that we've taken. So, but everything that I take typically looks the same: empty space, structure, and I trade it all the way. So you can go through my website if you'd like to join the Discord. Again, I'm just reminding you, please make sure that you have taken the time to watch my streams. You know what you're getting into. You know that you want to be independent. You know you don't want to have to ask anybody what you should need to take or where you need to take it. You want to be able to identify your own plays and sign off on them. I still like Rigotti, yes. I still like Rigotti. It's got the tension. It opened up in range again, so we're going to be on standby. Um, yeah, I still like it. Still like it. So no way. I thought, yeah, I already looked at that one. That's crazy. Yeah, so 48.25 would be the first retest level directly underneath you. This has the perfect place for building, right? Expansion in price, contraction in price. This is typical. Um, yeah, that's what I'd be looking at today because you have to go and punch through that 55. Would I have access to your indicators in TradingView if I joined your Discord, Justin? So I can promise you this, brother. I do not have any indicators. You do not need them. If you have been sold an indicator to buy, I am sorry, but you have been scammed, man. There is not a singular indicator that I have ever seen, ever, that is worth money. Period. The only one that maybe I would have paid for was volume profile. but that shit was free. And that was probably one of the most important indicators I ever used, but it just showed me what it was looking for, or what I needed to be looking for. And once I figured that out, I left it alone. I dropped it. No indicators. PotterSocksTrading.com. No indicators, no news, no flow, no confusion, chart. That's it. Even if you do want to use all of those things in combination with what I do, it's tasty, man. All right. What other requests do we have here? Asana. Let me know which direction you guys are thinking about taking something when you let me know. So this is an all-time lows, which is just all-time highs, but not. So you could actually do this from a bullish perspective, right? You could do it like this. It's very simple. It's easier when you don't overcomplicate shit. This is what buyers tried desperately to hold, right? So it is of or in sellers' interest to make sure that they don't get it. So we got that right off the bat. The 24-hour, does that back that up? It does, but there is also how you got here. So step one of that process, right, would be recovering exactly what you're retesting now. A full recovery or possible retest back inside of this range at 1286 would occur if a break above or back up above 1182. So, but other than that, if you're looking for new lows, I cannot help you. That is not where my strategy thrives. How do I use volume profile? It was more of how did I use it, and what I was doing was trying to I had already built boxes at that point, ranges that look like this, and what I found through volume profile was that 9.9 times out of 10, the majority, all of the volume was concentrated at the 50% mark of that box. So after seeing punchbacks or price moving through that 50% mark and then exploding, I started to become aware of what was actually happening. So many traders have so much fear, and I feel like it's all of the different indicators and variables that they're bringing into. It just makes it so hard. 350. Hmm. Hmm. This is tough. So here's the current predicament. What's above and what's below? You're sitting above 350, which is where you had to break to get here, but you're also sitting up against a pretty strong 50% mark, and I'm not even sure I really like that box. Yeah, I don't. I want it. I want a new one. So what's the story here? The story is that you popped up, punched down. So this does not and cannot be utilized as a punchback anymore, but it can be utilized as long as it stays above these highs for a price target of 359. Now, if that clears, then you would have a target right around 371, maybe give or take, if you might be able to wick 364. But in order for this higher time frame punchback to occur, that is what needs to happen. So not a big, yeah, that one. Yeah, everybody does. Hello, I'm a beginner. Is there a video on YouTube I should start with? I have a playlist, an educational playlist that you can check out. CVS 24-hour time frame. So far so good. Nothing has changed though, so you might be looking at a retest of 82.14. Again, every morning it should be the same checklist. What is above and what is below? I see above you 83.27. I believe that was also a kind of an imbalance in that wick. So right now, based off of what I'm seeing this morning, a retest here would be absolutely necessary, and then you'd be looking up. If that retest fails, you got empty space and a little bit down here. So again, just knowing what's above and what's below, but I'd be looking at that 83.50 target. So good morning, classes in session. That's right. Principal Patterson is here. Everybody be on your best behavior. Put Garrett in the back of the class. I got taped to my desk one time by a teacher. She put a square of tape. She moved my desk to the corner of the room and then put a square tape around the floor. And she said, if you leave this tape, I'm going to get you suspended. And so I left the tape, and she couldn't back up the threat that she had made because it's not suspendable. And so then she taped me to the chair, just like 2 rounds of tape. And I told my mom, and my mom almost got arrested. Wild. Yeah, this was back on. This was a military base too, so things were a little bit rough. It was just because I was yapping. She was an old drill sergeant instructor turned teacher. We bumped heads. What is this? New era energy, 24-hour time frame. So you do have empty. Ooh, so this play might be over. You still have a little bit left up to 1050, but you did wick out into that empty space. You did fill most of it up, and now you're coming back to retest because you didn't build anything on the way here. You're retesting. So off of this retest, dive in. How did you get there? If you fell fast, you should be able to recover. So you do have pockets of empty space up here. Step 1, 738. Step 2, 755. That should get you into that 813, and that could start the reversal. But I would say, man, that unless that one's planning on going in all-time highs, that one definitely did a great job at filling up its empty space. So does volume profile help with my strategy? It helped build my strategy, but I don't need to keep looking for something I've already found, right? Or let's say I look at a volume profile and the volume is like at the 52%. Yeah, do I really give a shit? No. Like that is all I care about. And once I figure that, it's like once you get the message, hang up the phone. You know what I mean? I hung up the phone on the volume profile, was done. I got what you're trying to tell me. Now let me go use it. Am I going to be live at market open? No. Nope. Were you one of those kids that felt schoolwork was not difficult but didn't like this structure or system? Yeah. I had incredible testing scores. I had end of course testing scores that were great, but I also just like you couldn't convince me to do a packet work. You know what I mean? Like I just couldn't. It's hard to focus, but I will also just say this: I did not have a good home life, so I really didn't care what happened at school. You know what I mean? Like it just at some point it became irrelevant. Um, so yeah, I'm not trying to no sob stories right now. We're making money. Let's see here. That's what the Discord is for, man. But yeah, I struggled in that environment for sure. All right. Any other request here? It is 9:06. What do we got here? If we could get more wave, the box is official. Fig would be nice to the upside. I agree, and I'm glad that you want it to pull back. Listen, there's some things like even if you're in, you have to just say, well, you know what, dude, that's good for me because this starts, right? Range. Range creates what? Tension. What does tension create? Expansion. So with that empty space up above you, or yeah, down below you, and with the box right here, I would be looking at A, which you've already retested, the box that you broke to get here, right? What is above and what is below. If you lose that wick, full touchdown, 27. Now, what is this, guys? What could, well, actually, let me correct myself. What could this be right here? What is price doing? Wide fluctuation in price, right? A wide fluctuation in price typically is what creates the mouth of a channel, right? Now, we don't have a lot of points of contact on this channel, but I'll leave it like this. So if you built, right, in here, man, that would be money sauce. I read some comments. I was blown away. Potter, why are you into politics? The fuck people are goofy. Yeah, they are goofy. Some dude yesterday was like, "Good job not talking about politics." I was like, "Don't get me fucking started, dude. I'll do it again. I'll fucking do it again." Politics in our lives, they're not separated, especially now. Like, I don't know what the fuck people are talking about. Anyway, let's see here. Big. I got that one. Anything else? Rivian? Fastest, as far as I could see, is looking pretty good. Rivian's giving me a little scare here, but sitting on cost basis or on an hourly box, so anything below 1614, we were liable to see downside. It has and does have it does have a ton of opportunities to the upside and a lot of money to be made. I plan on trading this when it does it. However, this is not the type of response that I would like to see garnished from a major support test. So it might be a little bit more sideways action, or it could be a little further down at 1550 that we finally see that floor. You'll see the volume sitting down in here. So I do know that there will be another solid play on Rivian, especially through this empty space up into the gap, and possibly even beyond because of the empty space at the top. So. I think I just did that one, did I not? Yeah, I did. So right now you have, obviously below you 124.34, you're at the 50% mark in between where you need to go and where you just left, and 128 would be your first target overhead. I hate this stock. Oh my God. What is this stock on? So you filled up all of your empty space up there and you did it in the worst way. I mean, you look, okay, so if my strategy wasn't real, that wouldn't be fucking real. You wouldn't see this constantly. 50% of the box broken. Empty space isn't a thing with a bad company. I would disagree. I would disagree, actually. I would bring to the table Nikola. Now, it hasn't filled up its empty space there, but my God, did it fill up its empty space while it was dying. The death throes of this stock filled empty space, and every time it squeezed, it did the same thing. Empty space got filled. So even the worst can still, price still gets pushed. Shorts still get squeezed, and this can fuel empty space. That's where price is allowed to run without resistance. So if I avoid bad companies anyway. So it's, if it's something that I don't even, or that I've seen a massive drop on, or that, whatever, I stay away from OTC and damn near delisted stocks for that reason. I got my ass handed to me on Nikola though. I made $68,000 shorting that thing and lost like 26 or $25,000 trying to keep doing it. It was stupid. Netflix for a day trade. So you are absolutely opening up in range. This is going to make your life a little bit more difficult. Unless you like range trading, then maybe you love it. All right. So first things first here. This morning you have a floor here at 47.40 separating you from empty space that is directly down to the 81.18 level where you would be expecting more than likely a flat bounce off of that. Now, to the upside, and this is going to dictate whether you move up or down, you have a range directly up above you. You're trying to reclaim that here in pre-market, and that would be what I would be expecting for you to try to push through. Now, beyond that, you also have this range, which defines resistance. It has mostly empty space, that inside of it. And so moving up onto the floor of 85, I think you can start targeting the 87, 84 area. And part of me, not a part of me, a lot of me is also looking at this and saying, well, this is a wide fluctuation in price. So more than likely, there's a channel being born like that. So it is still in an uptrend. Not bad. That is actually not bad. I'm here to help you guys mostly today. Nothing is really screaming at me to take it. I've had a record-breaking week, so uh-huh. I've seen that, yeah. Listen, PLTR scares me. I'd be scared. No, I'm just kidding. But it does have a pretty unusual setup, and it's trying desperately to grab hold of the floor and just can't seem to do it. This morning, if you look over to your left on the 2 hour, you're actually rejecting and pushing off of this. So your last hope here is to get PLTR down and then back up. And that's where you could look for a potential target up to that 174.20 floor. But we also know that PLTR is also, yeah, coming off of basically this old box here. And so the next step down would be cost basis at 157. So rate my espresso tonic from this morning. It's fucking perfect. 10 out of 10. Do you like cues down this AM? No, I don't. I mean, if the trigger fire, sure, but it's Friday after a super volatile week. I suspect that we're going to be likely in this range. Again, I will react if something pops out at me. There's a lot of empty space down to 611. But as of right now, no. I'm not one to. Let me rewind real quick. Yesterday, and I'll say this again. Yesterday I asked the question, is this a retest, right? Thus we would possibly be seeing a breakdown. If that is true, right? You'll actually see this 611 target here. That would be something to short to, but that actually correlates perfectly with the levels that I just gave you all the way down. So knock yourself out with that one. But you have a beautiful box here this morning to react off of. So scalpers should have a field day. Day traders could have a field day here. But you gotta be on your targets. Take profit when it hits. So Alex options is a LARP. Oh man, dude, I fucked with him so hard because he didn't have this profile blocked. Actually, I'm not gonna repeat what I said. I'll get banned. But yeah, who did you learn from that helped you perfect your strategy? I'm not trying to be egotistical, but nobody. There was correlations that me and Manny made that brought us to the conclusion that what I had figured out was correct. That what I figured out was not only structural, mechanical, but also, going into like order flow and stuff like that was also still aligned. So yeah. Yeah, Jay Diamond has been reaching out to me for collaboration, and I keep telling him fucking no, dude. Like, no, I don't want to help you. I don't want to. No. ARM. Let's see here, 24-hour time frame. So yeah, making its way up. It still seems to be struggling a little bit at this wick. The next target overhead would be the next one. which is going to be 125.15 and 127. Those would be your two next targets overhead. It might looks all right now, but again, every morning, every trade should always be what is above and what is below. Or, in other words, how'd you get here? So order flow is very important. Not to, I don't use it. Carla, Alex Trade has got to be one of the most sensitive fucking dudes on this planet. So yeah, I wouldn't even pay him any mind. He is so sensitive. Actually, on the 15-minute, you have a far better box. Just got to clear these wicks. Otherwise, this box could expand. It might be looking at something like that. Vastly not great, but good. You're lucky I'm not in a two-story window right now. No, I was kidding. It is not bad at all. It's got a great $10 target up above. It looks like it has a little bit of structure right here to go and break over. Yeah, so it actually doesn't look bad. You do have a little bit closer target on a lower time frame of 1081, but that's not bad. I mean, it's okay. Just a whittle play. I don't like Google either. So Google to me under 332 is still not, just still doesn't have what it takes to get where it needs to go. Directly up above, right, your signal to go higher is over 3570. So looking at this morning and looking at the fact that you're barely hanging on to these wicks, you could be looking at a retest. Hold on one second, actually. Let me 1 hour build this. Okay, so we don't have to worry or wonder anymore. It's under 328.30 candle close that you would see a retracement back down. So that would be a no-no. And like everything else right now, it's operating underneath tight control. So it is possible, yes, as long as you don't lose the levels that are underneath you. Every single morning we go through the same checklist of what is above and what is below in order to eliminate fear, especially on our long positions. Or any position, fucking. Yeah, Elf is up at a new high here this morning. That's all good and dandy, but don't get too happy. Okay. Plus, if you're at equity, you know we're doing great, but I don't expect for that to hold. Not if it goes and gap fills lightning fast, then we can get to moving. I love it, dude. Muy bonita. But again, our target on Elf is all the way at 122.30. Wolfstein, thank you for what I do. I'm pretty new, but I'm still confused on how you find Potter boxes. I know you're supposed to look for compression, but when there's so many compression, but there's so many compressions when I look for them. You're gonna go through the same process that everybody does. Everybody starts charting boxes, and all of a sudden they can't stop seeing them. I just posted a video on YouTube. What makes a Potter box a Potter box? That is on my YouTube channel. You can check it out there. I'll be posting more videos like channels, basic stuff like that. But you're more than welcome to check. Where is it at? That right there. What is the Potter box and how to find them? So there's a distinct look that we're like, because this right here wouldn't be considered a box, right? Not in a traditional sense. But that would, right? That's a box. That's a box. That's a box. This is a box. So it's like it. Just trust the process. I can't tell you how many people have gone through the same exact thing as you do. You'll learn to separate them from ranges and boxes. So I'm unbiased on the ETFs today. I am heavily considering that we are retesting with the move up to cost basis and now in pre-market engulfment. So there is some bearishness that I am carrying into today, but with the structure underneath us, there's a lot that has to be done in order for that to occur. And so I can't, and I don't see, or nor have I seen a setup that is already triggering or getting ready to trigger that tells me that we're going up or down, right? There's a trigger right here. And I've already told you guys, if we pull back and we fall fast, you could be looking for a bounce and a reversal and a punch back and a move up into that well on the Qs the 694s, but here to the top of that channel, which would most likely be, let me move this over, probably around the 694 area. So interesting. All right. Envy. Did I do that one? Sparkle? It does look good. Um, what is above and what is below? The volume is at 1060. I would personally be looking for that retest and up. You got a great play above you to 1250. It's a great setup. Just do spy. Just do spy. What do you mean? Tell me to just trade spy? Oh, go over spy. This one is, I'm expecting a retest this morning, more than likely off the 686 mark. That's going to come first, and then if that's lost, you have a retest of 685. You have a tight consolidation underneath this box, so there's a chance to wick up and actually touch it before we fall. But listen, this trade going into the other day, or what was that, Wednesday? That trade was clear, right? Candle closing outside of the range, going into empty space. That makes sense to me, right? We can go to the Qs. Same thing, right? That makes sense to me. This consolidating underneath a massive shelf, a massive box with the we're holding the floor, which could be considered bullish. It actually is bullish. Sorry, let me not say maybe. It is bullish. So I don't have to be right. I just need to react correctly. Or I need to decide whether or not it's right for me at all. Do I want a piddly piss twink fucking move up to 623, 23? Not really. That's not something that that's not worth my money nor my time. And I'm not that desperate to constantly be fucking making money on shit that doesn't make sense so that way I rewire my brain into a crackhead mentality. I want to see the floor get lost. If the floor gets lost, okay, maybe 614.50. I think that's clear as bell. To the upside, I'm waiting on a 24-hour potential punchback. So I can be patient. And with the week that I had, I know some of you guys weren't here to witness it, but with the week that I've had and some of you guys have had, you can chill. If it's not clear, focus on something else. Go find another ticker. CRM is retesting cost basis that it broke to the downside. So I'm actually curious on whether or not it's going to hold. It's already getting a pretty stark reaction underneath it. I did talk about a potential build in there. That's definitely, and there's that retest right there, literally. So right underneath, that's 227.13. That's where you're liable to see potentially more downside. If you are going to break, you need to do it above pre-market highs, and you're looking at 229 and 230. Yeah, I'm lounging today, just watching KView and SMCI. NOW just fired an alert off. Started to move hourly, 30 minute, 15. So, I mean, all the way down, you're pretty clear. 130.60 candle close in that one. Looks good. All right. TikTok, YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. You guys are welcome to join the workshop if you want to join the class that'll be happening within the month. You guys are welcome to join the Discord if you're looking to be an independent trader. My YouTube has lots of educational shit, but otherwise, what? Uh, that threw me off. You are so fine. I'm gonna take that as a compliment, though. Thank you. Gas me up. Appreciate that. But anyway, uh, you want me to stay? Don't beg, dude. Now you make me feel bad. Give us 30 minutes. All right, fuck it. If you have a trade that you're in and I'm watching, feel free to comment. Let me know. I'll try to help you the best I can. I am currently just going to be monitoring my trades and want to see what KMX does today. Still watching that one. Still building pretty good. What else you got to do? Feed the chickens? No, I don't have any chickens anymore, man. I had to give them to my father-in-law. There's too many predators. I live in a refuge, an animal refuge. So it's like a wildlife sanctuary. So like there's fucking alligators and shit and eagles and falcons. Dude, my chickens were just it was like a buffet in my backyard for like a solid month. I couldn't stop it, dude. All right, everybody take a deep breath. Remember, we're humans on a giant rock flying through space looking at funny candlesticks on a digital display. None of this makes any sense. Make sure you know what's above and below. Make sure you know that your trade is a good setup before you take it. Point A to point B, it either works or it doesn't. Good expirations. CBS, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks it's good now. I mean, I just want to see how it performs in these wicks, but it looks good. I'll watch it for you guys. That's funny. If you guys are on TikTok, tap your screen. You got 10 seconds here. I'm about to get 6 chickens. Just make sure you lock them fuckers up tight, man. I do. All right, meta. So I got meta calls that I swung. Let's see if we can get a punch through this. And balance on the wick is 654. I'll trim some of those out there. Maybe. Hughes bouncing on that floor. That is your third bounce here. Let's split that in half. Okay. Snow is doing something. All right, talk to me. It is doing something. I think Jorge talked about this one yesterday. No shit. So you really don't have much to stop you. Meta is still pushing strong. Contracts just gained a bunch of value. People are buying Meta right now. I got 660 calls. I told you guys yesterday, I threw a little bit of risk that I fucking was able to make out of the Meta trade. Threw it into some 660 calls, so. Yeah, if anybody wants to restream inside of the Discord, I would very much appreciate that. Nice strong push, Meta. Come on, buy my contracts, dorks. There you go. There you go. Wow. Wow. Wow, I love fucking day traders, bro. Day traders are the best. They pump my contracts up something crazy, dude. PLTR didn't give you an entry? Shit, dude, look at the 4 hour. This thing looks like trash.
So Potter, where'd you have you sold your 660?
I don't have. I'm trimming my 660s, but I'm not selling them. No, I'm gonna hang on to this,
Oh,
dude. Yeah, dude. I made pretty much like 18 bands off of this. Um, so
yeah.
I threw $500 into the 660s to see what I could pull out of it. Considering the fact, not just off of some gamble, but because the floor had been reclaimed, I decided to do it then.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is like, what did you set your sell at when for that 660? Like 50% hot? Like, what'd you set it at?
50%, like.
No, what I mean is on that 660, you said somebody bought some already. Like, what did you have that set at to sell?
I didn't sell it. I'm saying that people are the contract price is increasing.
Okay, I
Okay, brother.
misunderstood you.
You're good, brother. You're good. Beautiful.
Hey Potter, did you already get in K Max?
I am in KMax. Yeah, what's up?
You took the next week's what, 50s?
I have the. No, I'm in February 20th calls, my boy.
I mean, yeah, I saw it, the February 20 of 50s.
Yes, that's what I got.
Which one are you guys talking about?
If you want to DM it to me, you can, man. I mean, we're printing pretty crazy here too, you know.
Tarjay's pushing up a little bit.
How's Elf doing right now? I'm waiting for that to come back. Pretty sure it's going to. Yeah, Target's got a little empty space in there. Yeah, good stuff right there. That's how you build the box, baby. That's how you pull back, retest the same thing you broke out from, and do it fast. That's fucking money, dude. Last night was fucking
I just
funny.
got on or something.
Sounds like you just got turned into a transformer, my boy. I did not hear anything you just said. Your mic is a little
Something about February. You guys are watching February calls on something.
February. Oh, I'm in a KMax, CarMax, and I'm in that for February. What are you guys trading on
Any of you
TikTok?
guys jump on Rigetti?
I'm still watching that one heavy, man, but nothing yet.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, man. Meta's still holding that up.
My WM is dumping.
Oh shit. Right into the close here. Wow, I was on the fucking money with Netflix. I might have to fucking jump into that one too. Jesus Christ, is that really that cheap? I don't think it gets all of that today. I'll gamble and put some money on the line for just for the 87s. That's beautiful, dude. I was on the money on that bounce. That was fire. So you got to hold that and push through this 85.50, and you might have a pretty explosive play up there to 87. That could be something you look at next week's contracts and looking at 91.50 or. BA has a short play underneath 246.67 or a punchback through 248, and that could, if you could do that, it would be 240, 224. Noah, fuck yeah! Oh, that setup on Netflix was pretty solid. That one just hit the floor, so now you can go move down into a lower time frame. Right? See the floor gets hit, and you look at what's to your left. Right? What does price need to hang out above? So it needs to close above 84.81 at minimum, but still holding that 84.39. Will remain bullish. Yo, somebody needs to drop out of my or Ivy's stream and let Diddy in so he can, or somebody in so they can restream, please. On the 5 minute right now for Netflix.
I'll drop out.
Yeah, you can drop right back in.
Yeah.
So
I got it.
thank you guys. Street Shaw. The next retest level on test or on Netflix is going to be right here. That'll be your saving grace.
Hey, Patel. Good morning.
Morning.
So if we were taking an entry, we would look for price to maintain that horizontal line that you just wrote.
What are we talking about here?
For Netflix,
For Netflix?
if we were thinking of taking an entry, we would be looking to see that price honors that level and doesn't go
Right.
down.
Well, Bill not only responds to it positively, right, but also the way it's falling right now, right, leaving behind that little pocket of empty space. If we can build here, the probability of us continuing higher, yes, is increased. Now, the fact that we went and tapped this floor, and now we're seeing most, if not all, of that candle eaten up, it is essential that we build back up, as you're seeing right here, back up into that floor. And then, yes, there is more all the way up to 85.61.
Okay. Sorry, I may have asked the question wrong, but
No,
if I was thinking of taking an entry
uh-huh.
in Netflix, I'm not. But if I was, I would wait for this activity to happen and then take it when it starts to go up.
You want to take it when it reclaims a floor that you can set a stop loss on, right? So that could be one of these two areas. You could set a stop loss on 84.78, which you just wicked off of, or you could set a stop loss on the floor at 85.01. Candle close.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Always the tops of structure. That's what we can use. Pinterest has an interesting little candle here right now. Watch that one above its highs. Might have a play up to 26.37. All right, Netflix. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, I'm holding these 87s. Tapped it again. See how it immediately responds. So now, if you were to pull back, where would you retest? The first red candle. Right there. How do I split my screen like that? Oh, top right corner right here, right by your, it says layout setup. This one. Damn. Listen, CarMax, regardless of the consolidation on this one, is perfect. I think we got it. I think Netflix is gonna. It looks like it's getting it right now. It's got room all the way up to 85.50 inside of the higher time frame box. I like it. See how I can see this one to me when you look at it side by side with the other setups that we have. This is just. I mean, this is literally just doing what we did on the cues, right? The big whip down, the empty space left behind, the channel that we spotted. It's the same shit. What's up, Junior? It's looking okay. It's got a hold. So still fighting for that floor here. Come on, Netflix. Anything moving that I should know about, or anything moving at all? SMCI is pulling back. It happened pretty quickly though, so you definitely have a chance to bounce. Elf, what you doing on that one? Oh fuck! Yeah, look at that. Hell yeah! I kind of was thinking it should come back down, but I guess we're not. It's all right. I don't make the rules. You get to gap up above the wick, so I guess. Yeah. All right. Well, fuck it.
Keys are trying to get over cost bases.
Shit, I made $1,000 just off of holding elf today. Yeah, this is one of the largest purchases I've ever made was on elf. Went heavy. I swung mRNA, hit 500%. Good God. Beautiful job. And I didn't see fucking... I didn't signal that shit. That's you. That's beautiful. Dan. Damn. Why elf? Because of the setup, man. The setup is so good. It's... Look at here. It's this. It's the same setup I take every time. I took this. I bought elf last year I was abandoned by somebody, but I bought Elf outside of
Hey
50.
now.
Hey. But I'm never gonna let that go, dude. We bought this one coming out of the box for this punchback. Same setup, same empty space, and where does it stop? So I mean, I do not overcomplicate why I do what I do. You know what I mean? All right, so Q's just went up, tap 62080, pulling back. Haven't lost anything yet, but just keep your eyes peeled on a little 614 retest if that floor is lost. You do have a box and not boxes, but ranges in here, so it's gonna need to have some juice. But yo, already this morning, look at the open. So not only have we every single day been able to narrate whether something can move or not. What is IWM? That one's the only one that I thought could move. Yep, there you go. So look at the difference in setup. You open inside of a range, shit's tough. You don't, not so much. Ugh. I mean, I have done this before where we will take a note out of IWM's book and I'll look at taking that position on the Qs, like relative to the Qs. Meta is still building though.
Yeah, I don't
So
think the Qs are weak yet.
yeah, no, I was just looking at the Qs and I'm thinking, well, below 618.50, same thing with the IWM right here. IWM does have a second price target down here for anybody is shorting this one. Right now my stop is back down underneath 84.40. Second price target for IWM is there. So you have right now at 267.68, and then you have 267.18. Arm puts went straight to my 115 target. Very good, dude. Very good. Very fucking good. Wow. Beautiful 30-minute punch down. Give yourself a pat on the back. You also got 2 rejections off the same mark here this morning. Punch down and into structure. That's fire, dude. That's fire. One of my favorite things is just seeing people on the side of the Discord just operate. Just pick the plays that they like and trade them. Lets me know I'm doing my job. Oh, fuck off. Don't start this. No, 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 no. Too late. It's too late. I mean, you're close to 108. So that means you got to add an extra week. You have a target of 111.86. You better have some time on that contract. The next stop loss you could try to use is maybe 109, but careful. I hate when shit takes off that fast. Yeah, see, I would almost, if I had 2 weeks on it, I'd maybe set a 107, but damn. I had an alert at 107. Yeah. That didn't go off. It does have a good setup, though. That's a great box. Just a solid candle close in 8 minutes outside of that, and that could really open up. Meta going for a new high. I'm in 660 calls, so yeah, post any gains you guys have or any screenshots you guys want to post on the games page. We appreciate it. Hughes did curl up. New highs on the meta. Come on, dorks, buy my contracts. Well, you guys are so excited at the bell. Now you're not. It's Chad's fault.
I'll take it.
She's somebody to blame. Thanks, Chad.
No problem.
Microsoft is climbing. Trade Microsoft
About
or
fucking time.
1,000 paper cuts in between your toes. I guess get me some Band-Aids. That looks fucking great, though. Holy shit, that looks really good. Nice floor hold. Break over the top of the box. Now you're rushing through this structure. 450, 690, and then the gap at the 459 area. All right, Netflix. If you're not going to do it, then... Do spreads on contracts change every day? The shorter expiration, they do. Still building new highs here on Meta. The contracts are starting. They're going up by 10% every click, so... Yeah, 7 days is probably fine. If you're taking it to 26.
Twilio's still ripping too.
I hate that stock.
I hate that stock too,
It's
dude.
so
I hate it so bad,
Sorry.
dude. I hate this stock more than a lot of things that are actually alive and living. This is the Benjamin Netanyahu of stocks, dude. I'm just
I don't
Dang.
hate. I'm 2 for 3 on it, so I'm not hating it.
Yeah, well, dude, Chad, you honestly, you're
It
built
does
different,
rip.
dude.
It rips when it goes. It
Chad likes
does
the
well.
pain.
I'm not calling Microsoft up. No. I'm in oh, god damn, I'm fucking fire with that shit. Oh my god, Meta. Look at that. Oh my god. 647.90 floor hold. 655 just got tapped. All right, everything else from here is just we'll see what we get. So if you want to trim or if anybody grab those, I'm trying to see 655.87, but we'll see what else we can get. Maybe we can go tap that after hours high. So yeah, pens looks great. Did you guys already get into that one? It does look good on the 24-hour. It's just got to clear that high. It's got a great setup all the way to 2680. Thanks for Meta did a quick scalp on the 655 calls. Oh, no shit. Hell yeah, dude. Little scalpy.
Hey Potter,
Uh-huh.
when you're in all-time highs, what time frame would you be watching to see when the push is ending?
What do I start looking for?
Yeah, like if I'm writing a contract into all-time highs, I don't have any structure to base it off of. So what's a good time frame for me to be watching to see like if it's going to start headed back?
What's the stock? Because I would actually have to look at it.
CBNA.
CBNA. Ah. So first off, you're not without, right? You still got something.
The wick, yeah.
Yeah. That counts. So what does that look like on a lower time frame? Still a wick? Now a wick, but a body? Same thing. $484.56. Now. Wick. So funny, that level right there that I gave you, that one that was directly underneath it, that's what you whipped off of this morning. You dipped and then ripped. So I think right now, in order to continue, right, obviously we're seeing just a little momentary pause here, but it would be nice to see it just kind of bounce and continue moving forward to go touch something more psychological like 490.
That would
So
be
I
good.
think,
I have the 490s.
okay, yeah. Yeah, look at Meta responding to my target, dude. That's actually fucking, look at this shit. Just sitting there.
Yes, sir.
Make a fucking teacher's salary in a month. Fucking nuts, dude. I like Netflix doesn't want to go down. I like that. I like that. Now shot. Do it. So like even on this 2 hour or 2 minute time frame, I can even say right there, right? See those candle closes? We got to hold that right there. Go and break that high. You got to have the juice right here. If you don't, you're gonna. All right, there you go, Meta. There you go, Meta. I'm hanging on to a decent little pocket here, so 100% on Meta calls here. See if we can get this Netflix break.
Nice.
I'm on 166% ahead of 650. This one 650.
Oh, this guy's he's just flexing on me now. Look at him.
I don't mean that. I'm getting out at 657. If it hits 657, I'm going to just sell it.
Cool.
Come on, bro. I wish I had 20 contracts like you.
I guess, yeah, the tomato or something like that. Got a higher percentage. I got more contracts.
I heard Potter doesn't buy anything less than 200 contracts. So what are you talking about? 20?
Nah, there's some. Not always. Not always. Manny buys more contracts than I do, dude. One time I told him I had 150 IWM contracts. He sent me a screenshot of 380 contracts. I was like, okay.
Q's finally made it over cost basis.
Mm-hmm.
Got 1 minute left on the hourly candle here.
So Potter, I got a quick question, right? So
What's
I
up,
had
boss?
622s and got out of them when it hit like 619 and rebought 620s at the same time.
Wait, on Meta?
No, Qs.
Oh shit. Okay.
So is that a good practice?
You said you took it over what? Say that again, because I thought you were talking about Meta.
622s. I swung.
Uh-huh.
So I was down 50% early, and I sold them and rebought at 620.
Yeah, I mean, if the opportunity presents itself again and you can buy them for cheaper, yeah, I can't say anything about that.
And a lower, no, what I mean is lower. Like I had 622s, I bought 620s.
Yes, yeah, to pull your strike price back so it's more likely to go in the money, yes.
Okay,
that's
I'm
good
getting more
stuff.
confidence.
You got a great stop loss right now at 620.80. Good solid candle hold there. Netflix is trying, guys, but it is struggling at every tiny little resistance. Remember those candle closes I just talked about on the 2 minute? That's going to hopefully be our saving grace because, in all honesty, this is like a 2 minute box. And if you punch down through it, so see the retest? See how it responded? That's the candle that needs to get us up and out of here. Come on. You went and got groceries. Go on a hike. Whee! Nope. Tried. All right, Meta's just creeping up, making new highs here. Every time it makes a new high, you have an opportunity to sell into strength. Do I ever play ODTE? Yes, of course. Of course. Coin? Did it find a floor? No shit. It's still falling. No, I can't call. It's at the 50% mark in between where it broke and where it needs to go, but I still see a floor of 210. So unless you could find something on a lower time frame, which would be coin over those wicks at 218.50. But even, yeah, so it's going to be tough. Netflix, come on. I kind of wish I did have a chicken right now.
What?
It's a special trading device I use.
Fucked up.
A
He used to
special
pet the
trading
chickens.
device is crazy.
Am I trading shekels?
Oh,
You know, I did
dang.
generally avoid that currency, if I'm being 100% honest with you. So, I hope you guys were able to learn right there. Even on the lowest time frame, I can start building a blueprint of what needs to happen. That retest, back down, touch the volume, Now, I don't know if we're going to get what we need to get, but at least that gets us started. And now we can retest something a little bit higher.
Meta looks like it wants that 660 for real.
Yeah, it does. I'm up a whopping 190%.
148 here.
Sheesh.
I'm out, brother.
Good stuff, man. Yeah,
I
it
had to
hit your
run with the
target.
money. I
You
had to run
did.
with the money.
Yeah, but you know what? You said you were going to do something and you did it.
Yeah.
And that's nothing to be fucking, you can never be mad at that. You know, you can always adjust the
Be
plan
allowed
for
to
next
do
time.
Yep. Yep.
Good job. And then look at your, yeah, standing on business. That's right. Yeah, Q's did a great bounce off that floor 3 times, and obviously heading up to this top here. Meta's just giving me extra little gifts. Might be able to pull flat 20K out of the way.
I bought 622s yesterday on the Qs. I thought it was 0 DTEs, but I bought them for today, so I held them.
Oh, okay.
They're almost back to
Jeez,
0.
look at it go. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's cool. Even in range, we still have, you know, some sort of edge. All right, Netflix guys, we're going to have to be real with ourselves. If this thing cannot hold this structure under here, it's coming back down. Now, we don't need to panic. We just need to react. There goes Coin trying to go test that, following along with the rest of the market. It's okay if it doesn't work out. It's not okay if you hold through something that isn't. All right, you're trying. Okay, okay. Sheesh. Fill that up right there. Fill it up. I hate having to do this because this should already be just fucking ripping, but it's not. Meta, new highs again, 250%. Sheesh. What do they call that in hockey? A hat trick, right?
Qs are testing yesterday's high right now.
Chad, you play hockey?
Never.
Never. Damn.
I learned to ice skate to chase a girl once, but I didn't play hockey.
That's lit, dude. That's lit.
I should have played hockey though. What the fuck was I doing?
I had a
Did
there's
you catch her?
that's crazy because yeah, did you catch her?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Of course he did.
If you guys want to start trimming here, I mean on Meta, dude, this is uncharted waters here, but I bought these contracts for like $72. They're worth $270 right now. So trimming some profit off. Got 400 enough for the day, Hefe? Oh, damn. You are trading elf, dude. Holy shit. You're a brave man, dude. Trimming at price targets, yes. That's what we do to secure profits, and then that takes a lot of stress off of the positions that we're holding, so that way we can just focus on the analysis of what needs to happen next, what's above, what's below, all that other good shit. So, yeah, Q's went and hit that top. What's up?
You see that at 666 hitting the Meta today?
666?
Devil number.
All right, 665. No,
Can't-
666.
I
89.
I don't know, man. That
I'm
one
just
I
testing my
no.
chart
So I
here,
mean,
but
yeah. So I
just
mean,
think-
like, if this can break, so I would say this. It would have to. I'm what I'm doing is in order to find. I was trying to find your price target, but what I'm doing is I'm zooming down into a lower time frame to try to find a box that correlates with that. But what I see on the 2-hour time frame is that right now it would be 663.45. That's the highest probability target that I have right now. Coin failed that retest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at December 26th. A
That-
couple
that-
of candles.
That is a good overhead target for sure. Yeah, if you guys got pins, this one's doing well. This could be a swing trade, by the way, back up into 2680, or you guys know some weeks, maybe a month or two sitting on this. I'm looking at that right now. It looks great. It looks great. By doing this, it also maintained an uptrend, so that's a positive note. Come on, Netflix, you're being a little bastard, dude. Be like Meta. It can't be more like Zuck. Slimy little pale lizard. 300% on Meta right now. Sheesh. I love Meta. Right now I do. Is that a crow?
Every time Q's retest, it just pushes back hard.
That's that box, man.
Buyers are strong.
Yeah, it'd be kind of nice to see this one go and break and go to my target of 624, giving the fuel for Netflix, hopefully, to get to moving, guys. We're okay, but we're also just kind of sitting at that floor, so just need a little break right here. What time is it? It's 10:08. Nice job, Scuba. 310% on Meta. I did take some Netflix weeklies, yeah. 87s were cheap.
Yeah, I think Q's might start consolidating rent between 622 and 622.41.
It's just the third time at the top inside of a box,
they
so you
just
gotta get
lost
to
it.
moving, dude. Come on, Netflix, you got it, dude. You're pushing these sellers out of the way. Green, right here. Come here. Right, touch that. Yeah, you're right. It could. Wow, IWM's still falling. Holy shit, guys. Yeah, anybody short on that one? You're about to slap the shit out of my target. Not bad.
What'd you say you were targeting on Netflix? Is it 85.50 or?
Today it is going to be a run up into 85.62 first, and then if we have the volatility momentum, I mean it's a stretch, but if we saw something meta-like, we could see something into the 87 area, maybe. But if you have next week's contracts, that's your best scenario for that one. Yeah, IWM lost its floor, filled its gap, and then retested is now retesting 266. So don't know how much more targeting I could offer. We're doing all right on Netflix though. It's relentless. Yeah, look at that. Good shit. Fast has a retest level of 4381 that I'm looking at. All right, we're at the wick here on Meta. That's 380%. So we'll go ahead and do one last trim. Okay, I didn't. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Take that order back. Just joking. Just joking. Here. That's insane. That's insane, dude. I just did this 400%. What the fuck?
Do you think Microsoft is fueling the Qs right now?
That and Meta.
Yeah, Meta, that's true. It's definitely not Apple.
No. Yo, Netflix, eat my ass. Eat it. I'm sorry. I really do apologize. That was uncalled for.
Yeah, that was
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, dude. I'm sorry, but like, I'm sorry, dude. No, that's not what that means, dude. I'm sorry, guys. That came out of a dark place, sacred place.
That's really dark, brother.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's espresso. It's the gains. You guys meta. I mean, I've just done this all week, dude. I'm high on something, but also simultaneously exhausted.
The gains always create liquid gold in here.
Oh Lord, I'll say liquid. Yeah, I gotta chill.
Hey, Potter, could you look at MRK to the downside?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, see why you might be wanting to do that. Wow, you built a box dead slap center in the middle of that one, which is typically only done by doo-doo volume. But so by the end of the day, right, a close anywhere below that 107.90 would definitely signal down. However, there is wicks in between you and that target, and that is because of the floor of 107. So I think you're good to drop this, but you have to maybe even close red on top of that, and that's where you could absolutely look for a trigger down. And I mean, the opportunities here could lead you all the way to 102. Damn, whoever just bought my contract on Meta. Oh my God, that dropped two. That's the workshop's still available. Yes. Is this 3 rejections on the video? Oh, dude. I mean, let's see. So again, I'm gonna try in this moment. I'm gonna try to make sure everybody understands. A rejection, right, is price being pushed and closed back. So is NVIDIA rejecting? No. Is it finding resistance? Yes. But has it lost anything? Remember, when you go to the seller's factory, their job is to push price down. If they don't, they're fired. And when they're fired, it goes up. So if they don't, sure, price rejected that particular 189.50, but it hasn't rejected that opportunity or lost anything to call it a true rejection. Right? Rejection is a for sure you can't have this price, and not even that, but you can't even hold the floor to get there. Scuba Steve, good job, man. You need more Pokemon? I do not need more Pokemon. I do not. Okay, so Meta is giving you an opportunity, if you still have it, to trim if you'd like. It's just the wick now that needs to be broken, and then beyond that, it's all I see is 664. But now we're just. Can I look at DraftKings? Ooh. You know what though? I know everybody in here is gonna be like, "Nah, dude, shut up." It's got to be $30. You're trapped underneath that. You're not going to be green. There will be no upside until 3150 is recovered. Period. But for a balance level, you do have 3022 underneath you. Netflix still fighting. This fight can start that squeeze out. 85.60. For a long, illegal monkey. Also, damn it, why'd you make me say that? That's his name on TikTok. That's his name on fucking TikTok. I just read it. All right, I'm done. The stream's over. I'm out. Yo, fuck that. I'm done, dude. You guys have a good.
Tell us how you really feel.
No, dude.
Where's
What
Celio?
the fuck? Yo, yeah, that was a
Georgia
trap.
coming out of you.
That was a trap, dude.
You think you're at the
That's a
gas station
trap.
again? Let me get some of them Zins there.
Oh my god. Look, I just said his name.
Keep on.
Yo, what's up?
If you were looking at IWM, would this be the right time to potentially look for a bounce because it's about to hit the on the left? There is a green brick or a can. I think a brick.
I got you. Yeah, so let me see, 1 hour. This is, I would assume, yes, one of the last places that we can muster a bounce. And so our job right now is to gauge price action, fucking to gauge price action as it hits this mark. Now, from what I'm seeing right now, not much of a response. That's subject to change here in the next minute or two. But if this does fail, we honestly have to start looking at the probability of this dropping down to its next target, which is 265. So yeah, right now this is the moment that we're looking for that potential bounce. And I mean, even if you have already bounced it, the low would be your stop. But
Because this did fall quite fast. That's another criteria. If it falls fast, then it's also not a good thing.
if it falls fast and it breaks something or closes underneath something, then continuation is a factor. So like this not closing or excuse me, not bouncing and a closing would not be good for IWM and could lead to the majority of that candle being filled. And the further it falls, the better, because now you can just say, well, above 266.89, right? And you can even see the 2-minute green candle at 266.83. You could start that reversal trade. But right now, that's not the kind of response you want to see from the top there. So we're seeing red overhead on a lot, Meta included. Netflix is curling back. I'm not going to cry about it, but I will get out of it if it does start triggering me out. So. Believe I said that dude's name out loud, man. Come on now. I've been doing this shit too long and I fell for that shit. Crazy. And I'm sure he wasn't even trying. Diabolical. All right. All right, you're trying on IWM. Trying. Okay, that's good. That's showing some buyers. Your name. Don't you start with me. Fuck crazy. Yo, that buy sell indicator told you to sell Meta and then instantly buy it back. Ivy, where the fuck did that come from? I'm in your Discord too, bro. I've been watching you for 1 year. Oh, you definitely trapped me then. Like when they tricked you to say, I never said that word. I never said that word. Nope. You're just trying to get Steelio in here. Oh. You didn't, Ivy.
You didn't hear a spam in the soundboard?
No, I can't hear it. Oh, did I turn it? I might have turned it down.
But he's gay where he'll put it up his ass.
Oh man.
Oof.
That was the wrong soundboard.
Horn stop.
You can
put some
DM
weird
Ivy.
sentences together with the soundboard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You
Jimmy
could tell a
G,
horse. You could tell us a whole story. Yeah.
I don't think you want to tell too many people, but yeah, look at
You
the
little
Qs
shit.
just ripping now. Fuck, I sold most of my contracts already.
You did?
I was just trying to get even because I was down about $1,000 this morning. I was basically up $50, and I still have 6,
Hey,
so
you play
I'm
Twilio.
definitely
That
up now.
shouldn't
But
scare you at all.
yeah, when that's everything was dumping, so I just thought, okay, we're gonna retrace and try to fight back, and they just get cheaper.
That's the emotions.
Yeah, I know. I got scared.
It's fine, dude. I'm only at
I
310%.
still have 6. The Qs has paid me all week, so I'm happy.
You have been banging the keys every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
Nah, that's a sports
Hey,
saying.
remember
Dude.
what Potter said? It wasn't even
Yeah.
nearly that bad.
Come on, dude. Q's not helping Netflix at all. I know. If you got next week's, you should be all right though. I mean, we're building. Wow,
Yeah, I took my
IWM.
big 88s.
So good bounce. Yeah.
What'd you get?
88s on Netflix for next week.
Nice.
I should have sold that Carvana though. When I asked Potter, it was 800%.
Damn. My
Yeah.
silver was trying to
I
get
think you
to
better retest that
1,500
box
today.
though. Watch for the box to get retested here.
I'm looking for it.
To make you feel better on Twilio, I'm
Tyler,
still down
yes.
56% on the trade.
I'm in Netflix and Meta.
That does help. Thank you.
The zombie is not waking up very fast.
Hey, Potter, on IWM,
AVGO this week.
Yeah, what's up on IWM?
Do you see a box on the 5-minute towards that it's trying to get into?
Yes. You are accurate in that right there. Right, that first green
Yeah.
candle you should see. Yep, that's what you. And
Okay.
then right, that box
and-
leads to this one.
And that's what price needs to break that floor
Yeah.
and then test the cost basis there to see if there is a opportunity to go back up.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that would be a 5 and 3 minute box. Wow, the 3 minute pulls itself up so high. So the 3 minute needs a 268.07 break. But other than that, I mean, yeah, that you're aiming for that wick here and then that 267.88.
Thank you. Okay, sorry, chat.
Chad, are you looking for like a 60, 23, 44 test up to 624, 05-ish?
Look at him trying to get me.
Yeah. 624 would be my. I'm selling into strength right now. I've only got 4 left. I've got a trail stop. I make that 2, but I'm up now on the trade, so that's almost a $2,000 swing. So I'm happy. But I did sell early.
That's okay. I didn't play AMD this week, and I've played it every week until now.
I fucking knew the Qs were strong today too, but I didn't like that pullback. It looked like it was going to go back into.
I feel like
consolidation.
that's the perfect time to like above and what's above and what's below, right? Because like if you look at this one, it didn't even go and touch 620, but that would have been expected. You know what I mean? Tap the top, pull back, touch the card. That's why I just sat.
You know what the problem was? I was up on the 10 and 15 minute and even the hour, and I was calm. And then I went down to the 3 minute, the 5 minute. That's where I should have stayed up the higher time frames because I have a cost basis of 621.33, and it tapped that, and it looked like it was just going to go right past it. And that's when I kind of sold most of them. And what actually was building back up, and I said, okay, I'm going to sell these to break even, just to get the fuck out. I don't want to. And plus, I got to go in a little bit. I didn't want to watch it all day.
Yo, CRWV. Wow.
Yeah, that thing bounced back today.
Yeah, and it still has more trade available. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, even if you're just starting to look at it, dude, Philo, don't stop whatever you're feeling right now, dude, and don't ever think about that again because, dude, this thing's literally consolidating. right on top of the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, if this thing engulfs by the end of the day, you could take it as an end of day trade, looking at a 112.75, 113 target. Oh, yuck. So don't worry about that. Worry about Netflix and the heart conditions you're going to gain by trading it right now. Ooh. It's even these moments that start to get under my skin by just getting impatient. Narrating helps. Thanks for the follow. I can't say your name. Illegal person.
Hey, Potter, can you look at silver? I don't know if anyone else is trading it, but
What was the ticker again, brother?
silver, SLV.
Oh, silver. Okay. All-time highs, right? Yep. Ooh, my God. Okay, so 5 minute. What, you're just building up here at the top? So it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so you. Oh my God, boy, that is buyers not willing to give up. So I mean, either A, we're finna go and bust up and make a new high, but you could say that a 5 minute candle close below 89.94, and you're looking at the box underneath you, which is this, and if that punches down, maybe a reversal. But are you looking more upside?
Yeah, futures for silver were up.
What
I
is
don't
the
know if Junior,
filters?
yeah, I don't know if
What?
Junior's on, but I know he trades metals. But
Oh, so you're
uh,
trading futures on silver?
no, I'm just saying that they were up. So that tends to mean that during the day, silver tends to do well.
Right.
Anytime futures go up. So
Yeah, yeah. So I
and
mean,
I
at
think
this,
it went up 4 or 5%. So
okay, yeah, I would say right now 90-50 is the move. So Rocket Labs, that's a good
thanks.
build. That's a great build. Yeah, no problem. Rocket Labs. Okay, so you are trying to escape. I don't know why I have a box here because it is not a box. That was a box. Netflix is still holding, y'all. So am I. Okay, so that's what you're up against. So let's look at the 2 hours, see if this makes any sense. Not much. So sometimes things get confusing, even for me, right? That's if I get confused, I don't trade it. I mean, it's just that simple. But okay, now I got it. So it looks like you're gonna have over the wick of 90.36 a first target, or not even target, but goal of hitting 91.20 and breaking 92.22. That would be, yeah, that would be the current need. And I will say this, for Rocket Labs, this is the perfect setup to build your range. Yeah, if you want to learn this, get the workshop. Workshop, live streams, ask me questions. And then it's just that plus time. Actually, American Superconductor looks really good now after retesting that empty space from yesterday and now sitting up at the top gold. So Potter, I have $80 to trade with. Can you tell me what tickers to look at without giving me the direction? Sure. IWM. Now, yeah, IWM would be my first instinct, period. Dude, I'm about to walk away. Just let Netflix do its thing, dude. Come on now. That much overhead pressure can lead to a squeeze. So I'm hoping that the resilience of buyers right now puts so much pressure on sellers' necks that it just can't do anything but pop. Yes, Lillian. Also, if you get the workshop via the yearly or the 6 month, that there's two, you'll have an opportunity to ask me questions as you go through the workshop. So it gives you access to me during the day and DMs, all that other good stuff. So I wouldn't try your luck on DMs though. I mean, you can. I'll get to you, but it's going to be a minute. I had 130 unread messages yesterday on Discord alone. Some of those are like old spam, but you got it, Lillian. If you have any more questions, let me know. XYZ. I just looked at this last night, funny enough. We were just talking about it. It does have a decent play. Sortie punched through that. Wow, look at that fight. Again, just goes to show you the strength of cost basis, the strength of that volume profile. But the next target here is 67.44. And then at that point, there's only one resistance separating you from the empty space up to 80, 60, basically $70. And that would be 68.50. Can I just join the Discord? Yeah, you can just join the Discord. If I remember you, Preet. I know who you are. I thought that was somebody in the Discord. It's the fucking video. Okay. Dell on the 24-hour is just in a range. You are below the floor you need to reclaim, which is here, and you're building. So I think right now, I mean, it's a positive in that sense, but you need to, yeah, you need to recover that top right here at 115.50, and you need to make your way through this pre-market range. That looks pretty good actually. Intel, yeah, Intel back up could be pretty fire through this box on the 30-minute time frame. Punch back over 47.50. Nemo, trust me, dude. I'm with you on that one, man. Meta is done. I'm out of meta. I don't have any meta left. You said Microsoft is not stopping? Awesome. Ride that. Hey. What's up? Peyton just likes to come in here and fucking mean mug me. By the way, this is a target that I gave away yesterday on the queues. Tapped perfectly. All empty space on the queues has now been filled. All empty space on the queues has been filled completely. All of it. There is no more empty space on QQQ. So now I'm looking at this as are we about to use this momentum to push through and offer a 24-hour punch and move over, or do they change this candle end of day? To me, right now, it's looking pretty fucking strong. So just something to think about. All right. Yeah, dude, Microsoft, honestly, with this candle right here, I see 465.85, and then by next week, 470 at minimum. All right, if you guys are on TikTok or YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and head out. We're going to finish trading inside of the Discord. We're getting pretty close to being done here. You guys are welcome to join the Discord. We have monthly, we have the workshop by itself, we have a workshop with 6 months, and we have the yearly. I'm going to be telling Ivy to drop the discount code on the yearly, so DM me if you want that. But other than that, you guys have a great day. I'll see you at 2 o'clock or 2:30. So, peace out.